Hey there, so I'm here with Kendall Lovechuck, and basically what I did was I gave her a brief overview of the product and basically business that we're using through the entire class, and I let her read the section 2 of the prompt so she knew exactly what she needed to do. So with that being said, Kendall, could you go ahead and give me 4 or 5 attributes or characteristics that you think would describe me and benefit my business?
Okay, so when Jet first came to me about this and he asked, what are the first 4 or 5 things that I thought of when I looked at him, the first obvious kind of thing for me is he's very physically fit. And I think that's something that people kind of see your physical appearance first off. And seeing Jet, when we first met, it was very obvious that he ate good foods that were good for his body. He exercised on a daily basis. Even seeing his skincare and everything like that, you can tell that he only puts good, healthy things into his body, and he knows what's good for him and what's not good for him. So the first characteristic that I would usually express Jet as he's a fit person. He's very physically fit. The second thing that came to mind was his dedication. I'm dating one of his roommates, so I'm around the house a lot. And in the springtime, I noticed that he usually has a set routine for the meals that he eats. For instance, he's very knowledgeable and dedicated to, he knows that there's a certain amount of ingredients that comes in his, with his rice and his chicken and the portion control that he puts with it. And he's very dedicated to that program. So he knows that when he needs to start things, he starts them at a certain time. He always goes in a certain list, and I've never seen him stray off. There's been several times that we've tried to get him to go to dinner or, have snacks with us, but he's very dedicated to things that he sets in place, and he makes sure that if he has a goal to achieve, he makes sure that he follows the steps that he needs to take in order to achieve that. The third characteristic that I would describe Jet as is knowledgeable. He doesn't go into anything that he doesn't completely understand. So anytime that I've seen him take on a new challenge or start a new class, pick up a new routine, he always tries to do as much research as he can possible before he actually does those aspects. He wants to make sure that it's the proper way to do things and that he's getting everything that he needs to out of it. So he doesn't just, start half full. He always goes full in, and he completely knows and understands everything he's doing before he does it. And I'd say the fourth thing about Jet that really stands out to me is, even though he's so knowledgeable and he understands things on a completely different level that I may not understand, he is a very good communicator for people who might not get it. So there's been plenty of times before where I've asked him for help either at the gym or even with schoolwork, because we're both business majors, or even here at the house with cooking and everything. I didn't know how to chop an onion, I think, one time, and he's very good at, taking, his level of knowledge and breaking it down for someone who might not be on the same playing field that he's at, and kind of explaining things in a way that everyone can understand, so that because he does all of his background research and he knows the level of understanding that I have, and he wants to make sure that I do it properly as well. So his way of communicating with other people and his way of being able to break things down for me and other people to easily understand is probably the fourth and characteristic that I have about Jet. So physically fit, very dedicated to the things he does, extremely knowledgeable before he takes on his challenges, and good communication skills with the people that he talks to and helps.
Awesome. Thank you, Kendall. And there you have it, folks.